tell me about crosses burning in front of your house.
Yeah.
Because that's important. I mean, you know, in the current state of our country, these are stories that people don't hear. And they'll look at you, people will look at you as a successful head coach and say, you know, he's never faced racism. It's impossible. Look how well he's done. So when you talk about crosses burning on your yard, you know, let's stop there for a second. Tell me about this.
Let's skip over that.
Well, because they're just a microcosm of the block to build me to be able to relate with people who were different. But it was late one night after taking a picture on Tuesday. I only have in my neighborhood or my country town, the newspaper comes out once a week, and on Tuesday the picture was taken after we won. We were playing against a rival who they had not beaten, and the girls and the boys, which they hadn't won, and we won, and the girls won. Well, there were two white females that were the high scorers, and then my brother and I were the high scorers, and so they put me first, the other young lady second, then my brother, and then the other, and we had our arms around each other's back. So Wednesday, nothing. We just go to school. Nobody says anything. Thursday, the paper comes out. That picture's there, and let me reverse. I took the picture on the weekend, and it came out on Tuesday. That's the way it went. So it was taken like Friday, and then it took the weekend, and then it came out that next Tuesday. So then we're washing dishes in the kitchen and looking over the hill, and my brother who went to the high school, he was the only player there that was African American on the high school team, and he was a star football player, and everybody had celebrated the great season he had. But this particular time, we look on the hill, we saw this beautiful fire.
Oh man!
And just looking out the window, we said, "Come look at the fire." We're eighth graders, seventh and eighth graders, and my brother's a high schooler, and he looked. Well, my dad and he were avid hunters, so my brother grabbed his little .22 rifle and started shooting. And my dad shot the edge of the cross, and then they hear shots back in the woods away from where we were. And so it was an incident. We went to my dad and them made us stay in the house, and the dogs were going crazy. And before we know it, not for a few nights, all African Americans, hunters and people came in around our house, because we were the only family that had integrated from right in that part of the country. People had told us, don't do this. Why you got a black school? We were driving 11 to 15 miles in one direction to go to school. But my mother, at that point, who had NAACP representatives in our home, Roy Wilkins, and it was during the SCLC. We're talking 1964. The preparation was 63 to 64. We were involved in, my mom would drive us to Raleigh to speak at conventions. It was preparations to be a head coach. Yeah. But I didn't know this was preparation. All I knew is once that cross burned, that meant I didn't have to walk and get on that bus anymore. But my mom got us up, and that was a courageous builder. Walked me to the road and put me on the bus. Everybody on the bus was quiet. We always sit in the middle to the back. That's how the bus had been loaded. This morning, the front two seats were empty. That means everybody in all of the neighborhood for a 6 or 8 mile radius, they knew this had occurred and it was organized. Wow. And so, hey, we made it through that school year. We finished playing the season. Things quieted down. The FBI, or State Bureau of Investigation, tracked the footsteps of the persons through the field that came to our house. And then we ended up, understanding was they were very intelligent. People burnt the cross in the middle of not in our yard, not on our property, but on the center of the road, which means that's a throughway, and that's not anybody's property. That's public property. So they whenever nobody prosecuted anyone. So that's that story.